Well, John, we met you at Watershed, and you smelled good then, so.
Well, hey, what a show. Could you even believe that crowd?
Yes.
25,000 plus at the Gorge Amphitheater at Watershed. And I think it was Kenny mentioned the last time that you guys were there was, 2004?
Yeah, with Tim McGraw.
Crazy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy was a brand new song at that point, so that's how long it had been.
Wow. But it was great having you back at Watershed, man. And as we walked into the tent, Cowboy Troy was a pleasant surprise. Didn't expect to see him there.
Oh, yeah, we had the whole hee-haw gang, man. I tell you, it was hard to pry ourselves off that stage. We were having so much fun, and the American flags waving from front to back, and, we got to bring up active duty and veterans up on the stage. It was incredible.
Yeah, it's a very patriotic crowd at Watershed, and I don't know if you caught a glimpse of some of the weirder outfits that were in the crowd.
Yeah, they were very minimalist. I would put it that way.
Good stuff. All right, so Redneck Riviera Whiskey. Now, this must be the fountain of youth, because I swear you haven't aged a bit, dude, over the years.
Well, I appreciate that. It's work hard, play hard. That's always been my protocol for life. I think most of us are like that. We work really hard, and then when it's time to play, we go after it, and that's kind of how we do it. This whiskey, that's kind of what it's based on, is the work hard, play hard crowd. I've always been a Crown Royal guy. Even Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy says, buy the bar a double round of Crown, and everybody's getting down. Mm-hmm. We've always drank Crown. Mm-hmm. And that's Canadian blended whiskey, and one day I started wondering, well, where's the American blended whiskey? And come to find out, nobody had ever really tried that. So I said, I'm going to see if I can figure this out, see how smooth I can make it. And if I really nail it, I'm going to put it out. So I worked with American whiskeys, over 200 different variations in 2017. Finally got to what I thought was the smoothest sip of whiskey I'd ever had, all American. But I had one last person to run it by before I was going to launch it, and that's my 86-year-old Granny Rich, who's been sipping whiskey since World War II. And so I took it out to her, and she cleared off her sewing machine. You can't even make this story up. Clears off a sewing machine, sets down a shot glass, said, pour me one. Of course, she's got a lit Marlboro Red between her fingers. You can picture this woman. Weighs about 100 pounds. I poured her a shot. She takes a big sip of it and said, that might be the smoothest whiskey I've ever had. And I said, can I tell America it's Granny Rich approved? And she blew some smoke in my face and said, it's Granny Rich approved.
That is awesome.
So we launched it at the beginning of this year, and it just hit the state of Washington and all the Safeway stores and all the Albertson stores, along with a bunch of local stores too. So I thought I would, talk to you guys about it and let you also know that I give 10% of every bottle to the Folds of Honor, which is a group that puts kids through college who lost a parent in combat. And so far, Redneck Riviera Whiskey has now paid for 6 college scholarships.
Oh, my gosh.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, so, we did a little search, Safeway, Nob Hill Boulevard, all the Safeways and Albertsons here in the area down there on Summit View as well. And so that's cool. Definitely get your hands on some of this. Now, they sent us some samples of this, a couple of these bottles, and it's a great reason to drink on the air, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, it's research and development, man. You got to know what you're talking about.
Definitely.
So now, when you make whiskey, is it a lot like like when people create like a perfume or a cologne? I mean, you got to go through all these different flavors and scents and all that. Is that kind of how the process goes?
Yeah, well, for me, it is like that. What I was going for was, can I create an all-American blend of whiskeys that will not burn, will not bite, and will be the smoothest sip of whiskey you ever had? Because that's what I always liked about Crown, and I wanted to see if I could create something like that with American whiskeys. And so it took a long time to get there, but that's what everybody says their first thing they describe it at is, holy cow, that is smooth. That is so easy to drink. I can't even believe that's 80 proof. Which I go, bingo, that's exactly what I was going for. My distiller actually said, this whiskey is so smooth, we could probably charge $40 a bottle for it. And I went, I don't think we're going to do that. I grew up in a trailer out in Texas. We didn't have extra money laying around, and most people don't. And I said, most people, whatever money they got left over, they buy what they can afford, and they dump enough Coke on it where they can choke it down. I'm going to put this under $25 where regular folks can get their hands on the good stuff. So at Albertsons and Safeway and in any store you find it, it's under $25 every time.
It says on the bottle, it says the small batch whiskey with vanilla honey smoothness and a subtle oak finish.
Bingo. Doesn't that sound like something you want to sip? Come on.
I know, right?
We opened the bottle. It smells delicious.
Yes. Got that little caramel back on it. And there's no flavoring in it. This is just what the whiskeys are doing all mixed up together. And like I said, it was not easy to do, but it was fun going through 200 different variations, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I bet it was. John Rich on the phone with us this morning. Redneck Riviera Whiskey, now available at Safeway and Albertson stores all over the Yakima Valley. And John Rich, thanks for taking the time today. And again, it was great seeing you at Watershed, dude.
Hey, I appreciate you guys, and have an awesome morning. Have one more shot, and you guys talk about sweaty T-shirts some more. That was great.
We will.